Hello everybody, welcome back to From Rhythm to Algorithm Part 30, Systems and Cycles. Just your local indentured servitude servant here, just again providing more free services to a country that's demonstrably killed its own citizens. And they can't give me a publication date. They can't let me leave this country. They can't give me a house. You know, God forbid that I have the slightest peace of mind before the age of 30, then we have, because if you're going to be a polymath, you 100% have to get tortured first. Because that's just the way narrative works. Once a bunch of people decide that you're outside of the group, and you really can't come back in no matter what you can do. But at least you can tell them to go fuck themselves. And not in like a, oh, I'm an American, and my one right is fuck you. Like, I openly and objectively hate criminals who are fucking ruining my life. And there's laws, and you're going to be prosecuted to the fullest extent. That being said, let's just do some more free science for all those fucking lazy Americans out there who can't think for themselves and can't raise their own goddamn kids. Think how funny that shit is. You people literally can't think enough to raise your dumb monkey fucking children. I have to do it for you. So, again, fuck Americans, fuck this dirty fucking country. It's either murderers or it's people just complicit with murder. That is it. Let's do some physics. How does maximization and minimization relate to efficiency? If I wanted to maximize the volume of my stereo, I would just crank it on up. If I wanted to maximize the volume of a sphere, I would extend the radius. But physically, how do maximums and minimums relate to efficiency of systems? We've described our three types of systems. Those are the only ones that exist. But just to introduce the logic, let's consider going to the gym. What is the optimal way to maximize your strength? Give me a set of 5 to 10 steps to do that will definitively, continually to increase my strength. Well, you can't do it, right? I've been a licensed personal trainer years ago for, 2-3 years, been working out for 10, 12 years. Right, there's days you'll go into the gym expecting to not be able to lift anything and you'll hit a new maximum or PR, or you'll, think you're going to have a great day and you'll go get injured on your second warm-up set. So, right, we have sleep, we have nutrition, we have, just anatomy, different individuals. So, my point for fundamental physics is we have to kind of take the logic of working out, of just systems working in unison, of dancing together, and try to just break apart the idea of minimization and maximization for efficiency, because what's most efficient is typically a combination of both, where in just simple logic you'd probably say, maximize, do more, minimize, do less, but right, it wouldn't be efficient to put on strength to literally never sleep, to just work out the whole time and never eat. So what's the interplay of maximums and minimums to improve efficiency for fundamental physical systems? Don't know what to do past there. I think what we need to do is talk about dependence versus independent systems. Right, there's no physical continuity, so every system is physically independent. The bonds of E and M create dependence. Rhythm creates dependence. Right? If I can move around, my guitar case is not going to move around. Our tension path, right, is sending wherever the momentum goes. But there's clearly independent and dependent systems. If someone chopped my head off, I'm not going to be moving anymore. So I think the word tension relates to internal energy, internal potential for movement, internal mass content, internal something. But light is continuous. And there's kind of like slang, one light, one love, love is light, light is love. Well, light is continuous, it's the background, right? We've said it, I struggle with the word proof a lot of times in these physics things just for my own diligence, but more or less proven, or at least assumed to be true for sure. But, right, light is not moving. Light is the differences we notice with our eyeballs is because a system with mass has moved. So space is, how does space relate to light? Light does not occupy space. But inertia, we can now say, right, the tendency to not change, you know, there's a bunch of negatives in there. Inertia is resistance. And, you know, that's the direct principle that produces superconductors or circuits with zero resistance. So again, some way we should be able to transfer electricity with magnets or E&M somehow, do just movement of electrons or movement of systems without heat, with substantial heat limitation to going on zero heat loss. Responding to more physical words, pulse, impulse, beat, meter, ebb and flow. Ebb and flow, again, a historical reference, rhythm and flow, meter and beat, right? How many beats per minute is my heart? That's my pulse. But beat, I have this little dash line because logically, physically, beat strikes me as a word of rhythm. Pulse strikes me as a word of tension. If I'm tense, my pulse is going to go up. So what's the relationship of beat and pulse? Impulse, we've talked about that. Again, impulse is more like, again, just something to do with maximum minimization. How do we, you know, like with our just biology, 2.5 billion heartbeats, 5 billion heartbeats, whatever the name is, right? That's why we exercise. It's not because, you know, like I think long distance running, I think is even net bad thing a lot of times because it's not about, you know, expending your energy. It's about maximizing the use of your heartbeats. And if you work out for, you know, 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day or 10 minutes a day or whatever it is, that minimizes the use of your heartbeats the rest of the day. But I don't think like inherently exercise is, you know, definitively good, you know, more exercise, go, stuff like that I think is dumb. So again, just talking through logic, trying to make connections, don't really know where to go with this stuff. Geometry, directives, nets, and fundamental proofs. Just a brief note, I think we should absolutely be able to take a three-dimensional, right, a net as a fundamental geometric map. I think there are still open problems in geometries or proofs in geometry, a fundamental proof in geometry about nets, right? A net is you can view it as a complete map. So what geometric relationships can you make about breaking down three-dimensional nets or three-dimensional objects into two-dimensional nets? Just thought about that today. Velocity and escape velocity. This should be something, again, either something to do with rhythm and bounding and defining a dependent system versus an independent system. Maybe we take escape velocity and somehow pair that with the dancing of rhythm to bounce it off the atom or tease apart the atom more. Let me start over. And the other thing I just wanted to talk about in this pretty quick episode was love versus sentiment. Biologically, mathematically, scientifically, right? What makes you cry? What makes you laugh? What makes you think? That's all sentiment. The love is a set of actions. Love is a set of respect. Love is thinking about somebody else. Love is caring in a practical way. And the reason I want to make this distinction is because when you people have taken away my rights, you've sent police officers to my door, you've get pissed all over every dead American soldier and fuck them all. But when you push me out of the sentiment of the species, it's not possible to feel happiness, not one moment of happiness at any point in my day. I can't literally feel happiness because you people literally won't respect the law or you won't interact with me on a human level literally at all. Literally at all. So this is torture. I mean, there's like not letting someone sleep is an accepted, known way of torture from military standards. This is profound torture, and the crimes are getting more fucking profound. Like we just had another shooting in America. This fucking third world donkey shit, garbage ass cunt fucking country. Who cares? I don't give a fuck. Kill the guy who fucking shot everybody, put him in a cage, piss all over his fucking face in the town square. I don't give a fuck about the dead people. They're not good Americans either. They're not gonna fucking support anything. They'll just walk through their fucking life and support the death and suffering of other people. Where you're just a herd of diseased animals and no one can fucking grow up. Besides me. The only one fucking person doing any work on this planet. No one's busy. Nothing's taking up your time. I'm a scapegoat. I've been scapegoated since early childhood. There's not a thing that can change that besides, again, the entire broken, shitty fucking world changing. And it literally absolutely fucking can't. So again, $1 billion a minute. Whoever's restricting, again, not letting me just saying you can't contact Brad Boas at all, that's the death penalty. No ands, ifs, a but. If it's 10 people, if it's 100 people, don't care which country, you people are not fucking human beings. You're fucking disgusting, privileged animals. Because the point is, like I said, I'm completely outside the sentiment of the entire human species. And again, this isn't a weird video, I'm not emotional, I'm not mad, I am literally a fucking zoo animal. And it can't stop. So again, Joe Biden goes to jail, John Kasich goes to jail, Mike DeWine goes to jail, Husted goes to jail, for a long fucking time. Non-debatable, non-negotiable, you guys are, right, Mike DeWine, we gotta stay on offense, you can't go on defense, bro, where the fuck did you hear that? Why the fuck didn't you cite me? Oh, that's right, because you're a criminal, and once, right, psychologically, once enough people are involved, no one feels responsible. When it's the entire fucking species, no one can feel responsible. So, to Joe Biden, to beautiful Bo, bro. Beautiful Bo, he's dead. Change your stance on cancer, maybe more kids won't die. I don't give one fuck about your kid. But Mike DeWine, I'm a little confused. I'm pretty bad at math and science, and again, I'm just a worthless fucking animal. Like, what's his name? Bill Kosiski told me I was. So I'm trying to figure out the difference between vaporization and combustion. So again, I just have a cancer delivery machine right here, and a bomb starter right here, and you're only allowed to vaporize cannabis in the state of Ohio because science! So I just wanted to make sure I'm vaporizing my cannabis correctly. This one's for Bo, Joe. Thanks for watching part 30, Systems and Cycles. As we see, I was able to vaporize my cannabis because there are no closed systems. Thanks for watching.